My name's Tara Kaner, and I currently work for the Social Justice Office of the Sisters of Providence in Kingston. I was about from 1992 to 2000 on social assistance and a single parent of 3 kids. As you can tell from the testimony here, living on assistance is soul destroying. It robs you of your health, it robs you of your hope, and people tend to live more and more isolated and in despair. So in terms of the question, I went from being a grad student to a single mom on welfare in a matter of about 6 months when all my savings and everything were used up. So that's when I became, very active in social justice issues in Ontario and in Kingston. I was familiar with the systems, both in housing and in welfare. But when I came to the Sisters, one thing that I hadn't done a lot of work in at all was food security. For many people, all they need is just a little bit more income. They'd be on their feet and they'd be on their way, and they wouldn't need to use food banks and go to meal programs and, get secondhand clothes. There will always be some people who don't function all that well in the world and will need extra help. But most of the people that I have seen over my career in this kind of work, it's just simply a lack of income.
One of the things that we've tried to always do is network and to be involved with other groups that are doing similar activities for justice and to be a part of what they're doing, especially Tara does that. And the best way to address hunger is to have a living wage for people, to advocate for better social assistance and also for better housing, geared to income housing, so that people don't spend all their money on housing, not have enough for food. The food banks were supposed to be a stopgate, and now they become a part of life. And it's unfortunate that people have accepted them, and people think that just by giving food we can solve this problem.
The criteria for being above the poverty line is whether you can live a life with some dignity. Can you participate in ordinary things that people around you do? Can you buy birthday presents for your kids? Can you throw a birthday party for your kids? Can you have someone over for dinner once in a while? Just this past summer, the Canadian Medical Association declared poverty the biggest barrier to health. And poverty is a barrier to health in lots of different ways. So there are what we call material factors, things like housing and food and clothing that are affected by poverty. People just don't have enough.
Well, one of the other groups that I'm involved in is called Community Harvest.
Greetings to all on behalf of Community Harvest. Thank you for coming today to celebrate with us 5 years of Community Harvest market operation. I won't talk too long.
A group of people got together because in the North End there had been a grocery store, and that was the only grocery store in the vicinity for people to use. Otherwise there's fast food outlets and 3 convenience stores, little corner stores that rarely have fresh produce. So we thought, okay, well, more than 80% of the people we surveyed are interested in having a farmer's market up here. Let's try to put that together. We also had an organic gardening cooking program. So that was a really nice thing for people. It was entirely free, so people could come, they could learn how to organically garden, and then they would harvest that produce when it was in season. They'd take it back to the kitchen and they'd learn how to prepare it.
We're really trying to build community here. We get people, a lot of people who come and volunteer here have health issues or disabilities, and they feel really empowered to work here. And we also engage kids working in the garden.
There's tons of hope here, and these kids, they love it. They really love it, and they're happy to see me every day. And that, seriously, it changes your whole perspective on, is growing food locally and eating locally only for a certain type of people in our population? It's not, it's for everybody.
People need to have enough income to make their own choices around food. So in tandem with the food work that I do, I also work on trying to increase income for people who are poor. And Put Food in the Budget is one of those organizations.
People are struggling. The economic forces that create poverty are hollowing out the middle class. People are hurting and afraid. We all face a common dilemma, that the people who are poor, the people who work in part-time, insecure employment, the people whose jobs are being reduced in hours, their benefits are being reduced, their wages are being reduced, the jobs are leaving the country. When people realize that's all a common problem that they face and they have more in working together than in working against each other, there will be big change.
Becoming more involved has helped me enormously. Not just the social isolation of poverty, but seeing the difference that it can make, not just for myself, but for other people.
When I joined up with other people, I realized, okay, I'm not the only one. They're treating all of these other people pretty badly too. It's not just me. And that gave me hope and energy to fight back.